You know what else they figured out?
What's that?
If we go into the news, I am appreciating, even from a distance, the advances in anti-cheat technology.
Oh, this is a good one. I like this.
And every time we take steps to the future, I just want to take a moment to spotlight it, highlight it, point it out, let people know where we're going. Because any new ways that we come up with to make cheaters look like fools just feels good and warm in the cockles of the heart.
See, usually you say that and you're like, look like fools because they get caught, but this time's slightly more literal.
So, the newest Call of Duty anti-cheat method was introduced. Basically, up until now, they had been using. There's been a couple over the years, but one of the most recent ones was quicksand, which is effectively something that makes people who are confirmed cheaters move slower and are thus easier to kill. And that was, effective at making them look like idiots. But the problem was that people having a normal Call of Duty experience would see people moving weirdly and get really confused by it and be like, what is happening? Why does that guy look all fucked up? And not really know that it's a punishment for cheating and go and think that it's actually the game just like freaking out. So they're like, oh, we should probably not make it so that like our punishment makes our game look worse to someone who doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah,
So
it's actually fairly simple. Do you remember way back in the day, Arkham Asylum like disabled like a bunch of grappling hook stuff
right.
on the pirate version, so that like the game was incompletable. That was like really funny, but it had the horrible backfire of tons of people flooding discussion about the game, saying it was broken and buggy and awful.
Before the word reaches out that it's like these people are actually just playing a cracked version, so it is what it is, right? When they rolled out the newest method of anti-cheat, it's being called hallucinations. And essentially, in Modern Warfare Season 4, they're putting in a system where you will have people who are suspected of using hacks will basically have invisible hallucinatory decoy enemies or player characters around them that no regular player can see. But if you're using cheat detection or any other type of like assisted aimbot or whatever, you will notice these players. And if you start aiming at them and shooting at them, you will expose yourself as a confirmed cheater. At which point you will just stand there and shoot at the nothing in reality. Effectively making you just look like a crazy ass bad player. That is awesome. Love it. It's great. Feeds into the paranoia and creates a nice little personal hell for them. You don't know what's going on. Yeah, PTSD mechanic. You know whatever you want to call it. The hallucination system is basically just like, if you're not cheating, you shouldn't be paying attention to these things that are not behind you. And I like the idea as well that it's like, if there's a there's a trigger where it's like, ooh, you're a little bit suspicious. Let's make it so that like there's little characters behind you in the way, you know what I mean? Let's make it so that little ghosts are in your blind spots, but if you happen to be able to see in your blind spots, we know you're fucking cheating.
Hey, did this guy turn 270 degrees in order to headshot something that wasn't there? That's suspicious.
Awesome. So, yes, get fucking haunted, get cursed. And apparently, with that update, they've been talking about an overall, massive reduction in the percentage of detected cheaters and so on and so forth. So, cool. Always a fan of seeing what's next on the anti-cheat front. And if there are circumvented downsides and such, then it's okay. Just keep the Cold War going, escalate, and find new ways to clown on them and make them feel crazy. And then, of course, the most important part is get in those forums, screen cap all of the complaints of the unsatisfied customers who paid money for those cheats, and be sure to post everywhere the reasons why they bought the cheats and how upset they are that they got their brother's account banned. They just wanted to They just wanted to feel what it was like to win for once.
Yeah, it was my brother's account. It wasn't my account. No, I'm mad because I is my cousin. I mean my brother. I mean, shut up.